Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Sunday morning video. Haven't made Sunday videos in the past couple weeks, just got tied up, got busy. I really just wanted to, per my video yesterday, I wanted to really talk about just the Faang stocks. I'm going to sprinkle in a couple other large cap stocks in this video and kind of just explain where I think the market's turning, where it's heading, based on the current news we have, where valuations are, and kind of where I think the market's trending. So just vaguely speaking, without getting into extreme detail, this is how I think the market's moving. So Google, if you've looked the past couple months, Google kind of held up really well in this downwards turn, like, December, January, February. It's been doing kind of good. It's been holding up. It's been, over, I think it was like 2.7 to 3K. It was holding up real well as mid and small caps were kind of just plummeting. They kind of, mid and small caps were kind of like here, down, little rally, down, little rally, down. So they've just been slowly downturning, where Google's kind of, been staying like this or holding up or a little down, hold it like, it's a way less violent decline. So Apple, same thing. Apple, killed it in Q4 earnings, kind of held the market up. Q1 earnings just came out. They were good. I mean, they did a great job in earnings and EPS and revenue and stuff like that. However, Tim Cook in the conference call did say that they don't really do guidance, but he did hint that, either there's chip supply issues or he doesn't expect a strong back half of the year. So what that tells me basically is that, Apple's been holding this whole market up, and, it was kind of the last big piece to fall. Apple is now the second biggest stock in, in the world. It's a multi-trillion-dollar stock. Some Saudi oil company just surpassed it, just based on global and world events. But anyways, Apple finally started coming down and kind of lost its, there was a nice psychological line at like 160 or 150, and it broke that line. It went down to 140 last week. So it has rallied back a little bit to like 147, I believe. But yeah, so it broke its psychological line and it kind of rallied back based on the market. But if you look at some of the, this was kind of the last big thing to fall. And I feel like the market, the sentiment, it needed to see that in order to feel comfortable saying, okay, we've officially possibly hit a bottom. We're officially going to start U-turning the market, because once you're in a vicious bear market like this, you need everything to fall. Everything has to fall. So Apple kind of did that last week. This was a position I've held since 2019. I got out of it. I made a video in, I believe, February. I sold it at 160, 68, I believe. When I first bought this stock, it was, I think, 70, 80 bucks. So I more than 2x my money selling at this point. So I'm glad I'm out of it. Apple's a great company. Buying at 140 if you're, just a value investor or just want to park your money somewhere based on this downwards turn, it's not a bad buy. You're just not going to see crazy gains, in my opinion, for the years to come. Whereas the opportunity, some mid and small caps, you're going to see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 X's potentially, depending on how they execute. So I took this money at the time and then dumped it, per my videos, all into mid and small caps. So that's kind of what I did with my Apple shares in February. I don't regret it. Obviously, if the stock is at, this now, I made a bunch of money, long-term gains, and I'm still, I sold at a good time considering it's at 147. Microsoft, same thing. This stock's been killing it, holding up the market. They finally fell last week too. Little gain, like a 2-3% return last week on this big rally, where some small caps I made, per my video yesterday, I had 30% plus gains in a lot of stocks I own. So the difference is significant. So, that's kind of one. Netflix, they lost users. It was kind of a rug pull. This stock is turning more into a value stock. It's been considered and valued a growth stock. So I think the growth investors are out. Value investors are starting to buy it. It lost, I don't know off the top of my head, I'm guessing 40% worth of its value from all-time highs. So this stock's going to feel a lot of pain. It's going to move more to a value stock, and they're going to have to prove themselves how to turn into a growth stock in the future again, which I don't think they're going to be able to do in the short-term future, because everything's opening up. People are traveling. People don't want to sit at home and watch Netflix anymore. So that's an interesting one. So this one had like a 2-3% return last week too. So, all these large caps are, really not growing as quick as these beat down small and mid caps that have been basically downtrending since last February of 2021. So it's been over a year. Amazon, same thing. This stock has been flat right around 3K for like the past year and a half. It finally broke that like psychological 3K line, and you know, it's like 3K right now, or 2.4K a share. Amazon's a great company. It's going to grow. If I had to buy any of these stocks right now, I mean, there's some good ones if you're a value investor. I mean, Google's great. I love Google, love Microsoft, love Netflix at this current evaluation, and I love Amazon. So like, these are good. Apple's my least favorite one in this basket, to be honest. But yeah, so you know, it's a great stock. You know, it's going to go to 5K one day once you know, once things level out and start going. They're very, you know, all these companies have great business models, great fundamentals. Most of them are very cash heavy. So yeah, I mean, they're all good, but it's just like, what I'm explaining is, I guess, is the opportunities in the market right now, they're not really at these stocks. And now that you see them selling off and you see money rotating, like people were hiding in these stocks during all the fear and FOMO and all that stuff over the winter from Omicron, and then the war in Russia, Ukraine, and the oil prices and possible recession talk. So we'll see. So anyways, I think people are rotating, of all these stocks, they're rotating their money into small and mid caps. So that's what I think is going on right now. I've been aggressively buying small and mid caps. If you guys have watched my videos, I've been really buying heavy since January, February, March, April. I mean, I've been buying the past 4 months crazy into these small and mid caps. And like I posted my video yesterday, my portfolio had a 10% gain just yesterday. It was the most money I've ever made in the market in my life in a single day. A 10% return on my portfolio is, I mean, that's ridiculous. So if I could make that every day, I'd retire right now. So it's a lot of money that I made yesterday. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I've been really beat down the past 6 months, but it just shows you, if these are only moving 2-3% or staying flat, and then you have my portfolio moving, you know, 10%, it's telling you something. It's, you know, people are rotating the money more into risk on things because the valuations are just silly prices right now. I think the market, per my video yesterday, I think like the S&P and NASDAQ had like 2 and 3% maybe returns, and then the Dow had like a 1. So it just shows you where the money's plowing into. I think all the people that were trading on margin, or you know, whatever, which margin was at all-time highs in 2021 when the market was real frothy, people got to be getting margin calls and getting destroyed. So I think that's why you're seeing small and mid cap stocks really get hammered on top of that, because people are getting margin called and they got to sell stocks. So you know, basically what I'm getting as, I'm excited for this week. It's really the last big week for Q1 earnings. How I'm going to handle it is, I'm going to keep my 8% cash I have, unless we have a major U-turn on the market to reach all-time lows, like the SPY hits 380 or something like that, or the QQQ hits 380. I'm not going to probably do any buying this week. If the market keeps running, like, you know, rallying like last week, or even just a little days of green, and, you know, and just keeps going up, I'm good. I mean, I feel very good with my current positions in my stocks. I like my portfolio size. I like my percentage to each one. So I'm totally, like, I've been buying like a crazy man the past 4 months. So it's kind of my position in the market. That's kind of my thoughts. Tomorrow morning, I'll make, you know, 3 stocks I'm watching this week. I just need to reevaluate my portfolio and see which ones I'm really keyed and focused on based on my weight, risk, reward, and where I think the market's going. So I don't want to say we hit the bottom, but just all this is a very good sign that we're closer to a bottom than the top for sure, but we might be at that bottom point. Inflation came down not as much as expected due to people traveling and spending too much money still. But that's fine. That will dry up. People are just getting, you know, it's going to be a spring thing, I think, because things are opening up. But I think we're on the right path here as long as inflation keeps coming down. So, which I think it is going to do. And the June report's going to be less than 8.2. The July report's going to be less than whatever that is. So we're going the right way. We just got to get to like 5% end of the year, which I think we'll do. So that's all I got. Till tomorrow. If you guys want to subscribe, it's much appreciated. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Trying to get to 800 subs by the end of this month. See if we can do it. Till tomorrow. Peace.